All right, sorry. I was trying to hit like where I could add the guest in the box, but it had all my stuff locked.
Yeah, that's all right. So does she know already to come over here?
Yeah, I told
Okay.
her.
Yeah, that's weird that they don't give you that option.
Hey everyone, keep tapping the screen. Let's see. Let me see if she's here.
Oh wait, somebody.
Do you see her? I'll message you her name.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Um,
Somebody's trying to get in the box, but I don't know who this is.
Let me see. What's the name it say?
It says Brea, Brea.
Let me see. I don't see her.
You know, that must have not been them, no.
No, let me see what her name was.
I think it was Kiara.
Yeah, that's her name.
Kiara, right? Okay, I'll look out for that name.
Her ad is Ski Nicole.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I saw your request. That's why I'm like, who is this? But it wasn't her, so. What? I'm charging my phone. I'm charging my phone. What? Yes.
Okay, so we do have a guest tonight that's coming on. This is actually here she is, Kiera. She is the sister of Rayshawn on the dad's side. And she's gonna, you guys are free to ask her questions. Do not ask questions that is pertaining to the case tomorrow. But if it's like a general question like, have you seen Taya interact with her kids? Like, how is she with her kids? Or how long did she have her kids? Like, that is fine. But anything that is pertaining to the case in a sort of way, please don't ask those questions, okay? Nay baby, this is Kiera. She is the sister of Rayshawn. This is baby daddy number 2. The one that Taya says that abused her. He is the one that is in jail as well, and the one that she is pregnant with right now.
Hey guys, can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
And everyone, please be respectful. She didn't have to do this, so don't be rude on here. Also, I do want to congratulate her. She's about to have a baby any day now, so that is a blessing right there in itself.
Thank you.
So let's start with, when was it when you first met Taya?
So I met Taya, I want to say when I was around 15, 16 years old. So I've been knowing her since I was a kid, basically.
Okay. And the personalities that you're seeing her on her live, or when you were seeing her on her live, is this the same person that you saw in person?
Absolutely not. And I'm so sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. I apologize. My babies were eating, but give me 1 moment. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. Everyone keep tapping the screen. Who said they inboxed me? Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay, I'm back, y'all. Okay. Oh, I don't want to disconnect it off. Okay.
Why is it doing this?
Are you good?
Okay. Can y'all hear me? I just want to make sure y'all can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm
Um,
a little.
no, you're good. Y'all be prepared for Taya to come over here because she just ended her live. So mods, pay attention. Um, okay, so Kiera, you said that the person that Taya is now that you've seen on live is not the same person. Can you describe the person that she was when that you know of?
Yes. So when I first met Taya, and after years of course, gaining a relationship with her, she was working. She had her own place. She wasn't like on any type of drugs. Like, one thing I can say is, I know some people may think that she does drugs, but I'm pretty positive she doesn't do drugs just because I've known her for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she would take care of her kids, make sure they had what they need. Again, she was working. She was just a goofy person. But like this type of Taya is like a whole different Taya. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I feel bad, but it's just like, like what's going on? But
So, are you aware of or know any knowledge of the kids being taken?
so I know a little bit of the situation. So I know the last time that I seen my nephews was probably at their birthday party. I think I want to say it was like 2 years ago. And then after that, I'm not sure if I was talking to her at the time or if I was talking to Rayshawn's mama. I don't remember, or Rayshawn. But all I know was she no longer was going to have her kids. And I knew it was bound to happen. I knew Rayshawn was most likely going to end up in jail because of the situation. Because I told them, like, I don't think it's a good idea for you guys to be together. Like, I know how you are. And Rayshawn, I know how you are. But they still continue the relationship. I tried to warn them, but I already knew this was going to be a possible outcome.
So, meaning that you knew that both of them were physical with each other or can be physical with each other.
So with Rayshawn, yes, I know he can be physical, but I also know like you have to keep like poking him for him to actually like end up do something, because like he's real chill, but like if you keep poking him and keep getting in his face and hitting on him, okay, he's probably gonna hit you, which isn't right, because again, I believe like you shouldn't hit a female, but that's just the type of person that he is. And I do believe it is from like previous experience that he had as far as growing up and stuff. So
Okay. Do you know or can you confirm, we know, but can you confirm of knowledge of knowing if he was staying in Taya's apartment?
So that I actually cannot really confirm. I know I had seen them at City Trends like right before like all of this happened, and he was like, yeah, we just trying to get our stuff together or whatever. But I thought they were living in Midwest City because that's where I stay, in Midwest City. But after that, like he just stopped messaging me, like he just stopped talking to me. And it's probably because I would go off on him, like letting him know, like, you basically need to leave her alone because y'all heading down the wrong path. And Rayshawn don't like being told what to do. Like, he'll be like, okay, I hear you, sis, but he's still gonna do his own thing.
Okay. Have you ever been around them when they had an altercation?
So, actually, I have. So, this is it's not a funny story, but it's pretty funny anyway. But we was at my apartment. This is when I was staying on the north side. And I don't know if, like, Taya had, like, broke up with Rayshawn, because this was, like, a constant habit. Like, they would always break up and then get back together, like, 2 days later. But he came over, knocking on the door, and, like, it low-key scared me, because, like, the look he was giving, I'm like, okay, this ain't my brother. Like, bro, like, are you, like, on something right now? Like, what's going on or whatever? So, like, they started arguing or whatever, and then he got in her face and then, like, pinned her against the wall. And, like, me, like, I'm like, bro, like, you need to move around, like, get off of her. I don't know what's going on, but in this type of neighborhood that I'm in, we can't be doing all of that, because they're gonna be quick to call the cops. And so he got in my face, and I'm like, oh yeah, he tripping, like. So after that, he was like, all right, I'm gonna be back. And I'm like, what you mean? So, like, me and Taya, we're just like, okay. And I'm asking her, I was like, is he, like, did he smoke anything? Or, like, does he have a gun? Because, you know, he was in the army and stuff. I was like, what's going on? Because I don't want to put, like, nobody in danger. You know, my son is here, which is his nephew. Like, I just want to be sure everything is okay. She was like, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, well, we finna leave. And so we got in my car. Or no. We started walking around the apartments. We was asking to use somebody's phone for help. And the neighbor was like, does he have a gun or whatever? And we was like, I don't know. So instead of the neighbor, like, assisting us, they literally hurried up and ran in the house, turned the lights off, closed the blinds. And I'm just like, okay, well, that was not, that was no help at all. But we ended up finding my car because we was finna leave. And then we seen him. And then he seen us. So he chased us around the whole apartment complex. I ended up crashing my car into the people's gates. And then, you know, I had a flat tire on, like, 2 tires or whatever. And so he looked at us and he was just like, what is y'all doing? And then after that, like, we just didn't see him for the remaining of the day. But that was a crazy experience. I think that was the only slight altercation I actually seen between the two of them.
Okay. There was one question from the comments. Is he aware that she's pregnant with his child?
So he may be aware, but I'm not exactly sure, because he got locked up in, like, the month of June. So mind you, I haven't talked to him, like, months, you know, before he even got locked up. So I'm not even sure if he knows, but with Rayshawn being Rayshawn, I'm pretty sure he knows, because he does he told me he purposely would be trying to get her pregnant, because I guess he don't want her to leave or don't want to have nobody but her. I don't know. He's crazy, y'all.
Okay. Let me see. What was another question? Let me see another question I had. So, okay, so you say you have not talked to him since June.
It had to been, like, way before June. I want to say this was, like, probably around April, March when I last spoke with Rayshawn.
Okay. So Taya would say that Rayshawn essayed her.
I don't
got
believe
her
that.
pregnant.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't believe that. For the simple fact, like, okay, as she stated in one of her lives, like, she knew after a year of what type of person Rayshawn was. Okay, so if you knew what type of person he was, why are you constantly going back to him each year? And then not only that, like, why are you constantly like giving yourself away to him? Like, you should have more respect as a mother, knowing that you have kids, to like step away from that situation. So I don't believe that he SA'd her. Like, most likely she probably came on to him.
Have you ever been to her previous apartments or housings?
So I've been to, whenever I first met her, she had her own place. So yes, I've been to that apartment. And then whenever she had the house that she claimed like the squatters were living in, I've been to that location as well.
Okay, and did you ever see those places that she lived in look like how her apartment was that she left in September?
So no, which is actually crazy again, because like those places, like her apartment, like it was clean, wasn't nothing, dirty in there or like unorganized. Her house, it was in good condition or whatever. With kids, it's bound to, of course, get a little messy, of course. But like, as far as like how the hotels were looking, no, the house never looked like that. And Taya actually used to stay with me a while back as well. So her and her daughter actually live with me. And of course, my house stays clean. So she always made sure like she picked up after herself, picked up after her daughter. She did shower, but again, this type of Taya is just like, what's going on, girl? Like, you losing it.
What's I gonna say? So I know you said in the past, like you never known of her to do drugs or anything. Do you feel like that is what she's doing now?
I don't feel like she's doing drugs, honestly. I honestly feel like since she's been with Rayshawn, like she just lost it all behind her. Like she looks bad, and again, I feel bad, but like again, like she can't blame nobody but herself, because she knew again like what type of person Rayshawn was. She knew the relationship wasn't going anywhere, but I don't believe she does any drugs. I think she's just really stressed out and don't know the proper way of actually handling the situation. I feel like she would probably have a lot more support if she was to just come on live and be like, hey, I lost my kids. I've dealt with this man. It was hard to leave the situation, because sometimes it is hard to leave those type of situations. But like, if she would have stated that and be like, I'm trying, y'all, I just need, I've never been in this type of situation. If you guys can just like kind of help me or bear with me or guide me, then, I feel like she'll have a lot more support. But whenever she comes on the lives and she's like disrespecting people and telling people they need to hurry up, like, girl, like, no, that's no way to do things.
Okay. Can I ask, okay, with her, this is her second time around being homeless, and both times she's been homeless, was there a reason why she could not come stay with you, since she has stayed with you before?
So me and her actually fell out over my brother. So mind you, whenever she used to stay with me, this was probably back in like 2017. My brother was coming over, which I didn't have a problem, because that's my brother. So I'm like, okay, we kicking it or whatever. But I had went to a concert with my older sister or whatever. And then I just happened to get on Facebook and I seen that, that they were in a relationship. And I'm like, what in the world? Like, why didn't y'all tell me about this? So y'all in my house doing whatever, and I have no knowledge of this. Like, I just feel like that's disrespectful, for the simple fact, like, you dated my other brother and then you didn't tell me that you're messing around with my oldest brother. Like, okay, that's weird. So like, we kind of had fell out, that year, and then like we got back cool or whatever. And, I tried to be there for her and him whenever they would call me about like the little situations that they had going on or just needed advice or whatever. In the end, we eventually like fell out again. And this had to be whenever we was at my dad's house, I want to say. And I want to say she was talking about Rayshawn, or like she got back together with Rayshawn, and it just like pissed me off so bad, because I'm like, why do you keep like allowing yourself to get hurt? Like, why do you keep going back? Like, that's my brother and I love him, but like, you should have more respect for yourself. Like, you should know, like, this isn't gonna do nothing but stress you out. And so like I end up leaving her in my dad's house, and then like after that, like we really just ain't been really cool. And then she ended up being friends with with my baby daddy's other baby mama. At that time, we wasn't getting along. And then, how it goes from there, and she's talking mess about me or whatever. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not finna, be back cool with somebody that's sitting here putting my business out or trying to make like a false narrative about me and stuff like that. So.
Okay, so the friend I just want to make it clear to everyone so they're keeping up. The friend that Taia became friends with, which is the baby mama to your baby daddy, that is Asia, right?
Repeat that one more time, I'm bad.
So the friend that Taia became friends with, that is the baby mama to your baby daddy, is Asia, correct?
Right.
Okay. I can't remember if this was you that she was talking about or Asia. Let me just say this. Did you work at Amazon before?
Yes, I did work at Amazon.
Okay, so you were the one that she said y'all both were working at Amazon together, and you would give her a ride, correct?
Right.
Okay, and then she stated on her live that you were making her late. Is that true?
No, that is not true. So at this time, like, she was not living with me. I want to say she was around this time, I want to say she was staying like with my brother, and like his grandmother, I believe. But like, I offered her like, hey, go ahead and apply for Amazon. We can I can take you to work with me. I can drop you off. You can stay here. We can go to work together or whatever. But me being late, that was never the case, for the simple fact, like, it's really hard to get fired at Amazon. Like, you have to constantly like be late. You have to have like a lot of absences. You have to it's hard, period. Mm-hmm. But no, I was not the reason why she got fired or why she actually left Amazon. I don't even think she got fired, but I know for a fact that every time I turn around, like, she be like, I'm finna go. She was like, I don't feel good. I'm just overwhelmed. She was like, they got me doing this and that, which it is overwhelming working at Amazon, just depending on what area that you're in. So I'm like, okay, you ain't did this before. I understand. Just make sure like you are good or whatever. Like, make sure like nothing's going on. Like, if you need to report any injuries or like health concerns, just make sure you go here and there. She was like, yeah, I'm finna go. And then as I'm walking out the door, my brother's outside. So this happened a couple of times. So I'm like, okay, now I'm convinced that nothing's really wrong with you. You just want to lay up under my brother.
Mm-hmm. Did she ever seem like she was controlling? Like, would she allow your brother to do things, or was she more controlling, like, no, I want you to be with me? Or was it just mainly your brother was the controlling one?
No, I would say they both were actually controlling. So like, he didn't really want her to be like out and about with me. Why, I don't know. But like, he really didn't want her being out and about with me. And then she didn't want him like basically like being out and about. Like, she always wanted to be underneath him. Like, so it would be days like where she would be with me, and then she'd be like, I'm finna go with Rayshawn. And I'm like, okay, like, bye, I guess. Like, But they were both really controlling in the relationship.
Okay. Somebody on here, I saw a question for me. I think her name was Kaya. I can't touch on that until I'm disclosed to say. So I can't answer that for you. Did she always have problems? Did she always have problems with her family? Do you know?
As far as I know, like I said, she used to live with me. So, like, she just said that she couldn't go back to her mama's house because, she can stay at her mom's house, but they would always, like, clash heads, I guess. Like they can be cool, but then, like, the next minute, like, they just won't get along. So I guess that's the main reason why she doesn't really want to go to her mom's house. Even though I feel like her mom would allow her to go to her mom's house, but I feel like it's more of like Taya wants to do her own thing. She doesn't want to be told what to do. Like she has to follow certain rules under that home. So I want to say that's why.
Okay. Amari, she already answered the question that when she knew Taya prior, Taya was not this person that she is now. Like she took vows, she was a clean person. Let's see. Did you ever see Taya do food stamp fraud?
No, I've never seen Taya do food stamp fraud. She always had like her own food stamps. She would go to the store, of course, purchase, whatever she needed to purchase for her and her kids. But, as soon as she became homeless, that's when I, of course, noticed that she was doing like using other people's food stamps.
Okay. Um, do you know how many years has it been since Taya has not had her children in her guardianship?
Ooh, so with Brielle, it's kind of hard to determine the years, but as far as my knowledge, as far as the boys, I want to say, let's see, I believe, was it the youngest one that had just turned 1? Yeah, I want to say the youngest one, like whenever, I think it was his birthday party. So as soon as like a couple months afterwards is when like it seems like she actually lost custody of him.
So the youngest one he made 2 this year.
Right.
Okay, so his first birthday is when she lost custody, so that would have been last year.
Yes, it would have been last year.
Which makes sense because she did she's been on TikTok for a long time, but she did come out in June. But at that period of time, it was just little things that she would say, like, hey, I need money for diapers or formula. And then, yes, by September and stuff, she was homeless. So that makes sense. Okay. Let's go back to Brielle. So Brielle, you said that there were times previous that she did not have custody of her. Was it that Taya sent Brielle to go stay with someone so she could get herself together, or was it that the state got involved in it?
So I know there was a couple of times where like she allowed Johnny to, of course, like have Brielle, just so she can like get back on track or basically try to get her stuff together. And then I'm not too sure if she stayed with her sister or her mom, but I'm pretty sure like afterwards, like after her allowing Brielle to stay with Johnny a couple years or about a year after that, I'm pretty sure of course, the state got involved. Okay. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to read the comments and talk at the same time.
No, you talk. I'm reading the comments though for you. Let me see.
So I guess you're off now. I mean, it's okay. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm not saying really anything negative. So that's crazy, y'all.
Mia, can you mod nicest 122, please? Let me see the other question. Someone is saying did the state get involved because of the DV or the neglect or both?
I want to say it was mainly going to be because of the DV. And also the neglect as well, because there was times, like, again, they would be at Rayshawn's grandmother's house, and I guess, like, she would leave the keys in the car or leave them outside. They didn't have no clothes on and stuff like that. She would just try to follow my brother everywhere and stuff. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to clean up after my kids as well. It made a mess.
That's fine. Let's see what's the other questions you guys got.
Yes, I would definitely say signs of neglect. Simone, I believe that's how you pronounce your name.
She definitely has a Reddit account. The thing is, now with Reddit, they've created a feature where if we blocked you and you come back with a new account, we can see that you've created a new account. Like, it lets us know that. I don't know. I don't want to say this because well, she said it on her live and she never got in trouble. So Taya has mentioned before that your brother was SA. Is that true or a lie that she's saying?
So, Rayshawn
I guess
has
I
never
shouldn't ask
mentioned
that
it.
question because that's kind of a personal question and he probably don't want his business out there like that.
Yeah, because I know he's never mentioned that to me, and me and Rayshawn was pretty close, but, you know, I don't want to answer that if it was true or not, because, again, that is personal. And if he did tell her that, you know, obviously he must have trusted her a lot for him to even tell her that, but to get on live because y'all relationship is not working and to give out that type of information is definitely wrong. Stop.
Do you know if he was purposely giving people HPV?
No. For the and I say that because me and my brother's other baby mama, which I think she's in here too, but you know, I'm pretty close with her and she doesn't have it. And then from other females that he messed around with, they never mentioned anything about it. So
it's not for sure that your brother actually even has HPV.
right.
Okay, so that means that she caught it from something else, which, hey, she's messed with a dog before, so who knows where she got it from. Okay. So that brings a lot of clarity on that. You know, that he didn't give it to her. Do you know if she has friends other than TikTok or TikTok is really just her friends?
TikTok is probably really just her friends. Like, I was probably the only real friend that she had, whether she gets on TikTok saying I'm lying or not. But mind you, me and Taya was friends since like we were kids. And we fell out like basically a year or two ago. So as far as that, no, I don't know any other friends. Like, I know she had like a best friend other than me, but I want to say they fell out as well. So I don't believe that she talks to her anymore. But it was just mainly me that, you know, she would always talk to and be with the majority of the time. So TikTok is definitely her friends. Hey, Sherry girl. You in here, boo?
Who is she?
I don't know. But hey.
Okay.
Hey, Dina.
What would make both of them fall out with each other?
Repeat that one more time, my bad.
What would make them both fall out with each other?
You talk about Rayshawn and Taya.
Yes.
I would say it's just really like the pettiness. Like, I guess Taya thought that, you know, the other baby mama wanted Rayshawn, which no, she does not. She got her own life, got her own boo, or had her own boo at the time. So like, she wasn't definitely worried about Rayshawn. So I know like she was kind of in the midst of it all. Like, oh, you won't my man. Like, I'm gonna beat your A and all this other stuff. So it was a lot of drama there. So that was probably part of the reason why they fell out. Or why they would fall out mainly was because of the other baby mama.
Question was what made Kiera and Taya fall out? She already answered that. We already touched on that. What's that? I had the question, I just forgot it. Sorry. So let's go back to Rashawn and him. Did he ever abuse the other baby mama?
I don't want to put that business out there. So if that's something that she may want to touch on, I mean that would be her.
Understood. I can respect that. What triggered him to be abusive? Was it something that he saw coming up, or was it from being in the service?
I want to say what triggered him to.
Did we lose her?
No, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. But I know for a fact, like, she'll always, threaten Rayshawn, talk about, I'm going to make your life miserable, and, like, I'm going to make your life like a living hell, and all this other type of crazy stuff. So that's probably why he ended up actually getting abusive towards her, if he actually did. They terrify him as well. Yes.
So I personally do not condone a man putting his hands on a woman.